Hi, friend, and welcome back to Marvelous Friends, your home for all things Marvel Cinematic Universe and beyond. I'm Rhett, and today I have an unboxing for you guys. Roll that credit. Today I'm going to be doing two unboxes in one video for you guys. These are both from Pop in a Box. That's why I'm doing both of them in the same video, just to kind of catch up on things. Unfortunately, though, I have canceled the subscription since then, and just to be clear, I paid for this out of my own pocket. I did not get any kind of sponsorship or partnership from this. I paid for these completely on my own. However, like I said, I have canceled this since then. I've had some issues with Pop in a Box. Mainly, it's how they do their shipping. They ship the items in random boxes that they have around, and so sometimes, well, actually, all but one time, and it's in this unboxing video that I'm going to be doing, they always ship in multiple boxes. And the big issue with that is they would only provide you the tracking information for one of those, and so sometimes I would get a box and it would still say that it was in delivery process. Sometimes I would get a box that only had one or two pops in it, and I wouldn't know where the rest of the order was. So that was my big critique for them, really thinking that they should have branded boxes that would fit the number of pops that you can get in their subscriptions. The nice thing about Pop in the Box is how they set up their subscriptions. You can do specific franchises in different quantities up to 12 pops a month. I did the 3 pop a month subscription for Marvel specifically, but they also have Harry Potter. I believe they have Star Wars. They have sports. They have all various different franchise or subcategories within Funko Pop to do subscriptions, and you can really build your own kind of subscription box from them, which was really nice. They also have a really great way to categorize your collection and keep track of that to make sure that they don't send you multiples. It's very similar if you've been to the Funko website and used their catalog to log your collection. It's very similar in that kind of way where you can make a wish list and I have this and you can move them around and stuff like that, or you can make lists of ones you don't want specifically on Pop in a Box website so they won't send you the ones that you're not interested in at all. That being said, let's jump in with this. I believe the first one is August's box. So here it is. This is the August subscription and exactly what I was talking about. It came in 2 different packages. I got the tracking information for the larger one, which I'm going to guess has 2 in it since this one came later. Well, actually, I'm not gonna lie to you. I already opened it. I never waited to open these for you guys because I needed to check to see how many was in there. I don't know which ones are in here. I haven't looked at that, but I do not trust them to send them all. So I always did open them to make sure. The very interesting thing about August specifically, this one came with 2 Funkos in it, and this is the 3rd one for August subscription. The only way I know that is because this wasn't tracked or anything like that. The tracking information came with this one. Is the September box, which I'm going to do second, has 3 Funkos in it. But I got this one almost 2 months later, which is bizarre. I'm not sure why that happened. Again, like I said, I had a lot of frustrations with Funko Pop in a Box. Excuse me. This has not anything to do with Funko. I misspoke there. It's one of my main issues with Pop in a Box's subscriptions. So I'm very mixed. If I had to give it a 5-star rating, I would say I'd give it a 3-star rating. I like a lot of the features of their websites, a lot of the ways they build their kind of monthly subscription packages, but the shipping is a major issue. So like I said, I'd give them probably a 3 out of 5. C at best. But let's go ahead and open this up. Like I said, I checked to see how many are in the box, but I don't necessarily look. And also, this has been since August, so I don't really remember what's in here. And the frustrating thing about this was the box that they sent this in is big enough to fit 3 pops in it, but they only put 2. Anyways, the first one is a very bent and out of the package Spider-Gwen without her mask on. I don't believe I have this one. I believe the one I have is Spider-Gwen with her mask on, so that is a nice addition. I have to double check. Now this is from Into the Spider-Verse. A little close-up for you guys. It is a little disappointing that she's kind of slipped out of her packages. I'm going to have to make sure when I do open this later that she's not bent or anything like that funky, because it is spring head loaded with the bobblehead, so that spring can be manipulated and bent. I do that sometimes to make them fit a certain kind of pose or something like that I like. If I want them facing a different way, you can kind of twist that and stuff like that. So that is a concern for me. I wish this was her partially shaved head look. I like that look a lot from the second half of the Into the Spider-Verse movie. So it would have been a little bit cooler to have that. And that's also the point that you realize that Gwen Stacy, or at least Miles Morales realizes that Gwen Stacy is Spider-Gwen or Ghost Spider. So it would have been cool to see it with the half-shaved head. But I don't mind it. That's the full head of hair. But that's just kind of what, in my mind, kind of separates the comic book Spider-Gwen or Ghost Spider from the Into the Spider-Verse one, is that kind of rocker, half-shaved look. But still a nice addition to the collection. The next one I got in this box, I could have fit 3, but they only put 2, is the Hulk from the Marvel Studios 10th Anniversary series. As I mentioned in the other hauls and stuff like that that involve this, I'm really trying to get all these. I am excited for this one because I don't think I've purchased the Hulk. To be honest, I haven't really looked at these and stuff like that, so hopefully in some of the stuff I've bought since these came, I don't have any duplicates, but I have not picked up the gold-plated Hulk, or excuse me, gold-plated Hulk. One thing I'm looking back on and which I kind of gotten was the Infinity Stone Hulk set, where you got all the Hulk from Infinity War, his pose in that one, which I believe was like the single fist up, in all the different colors in a chrome metallic of the Infinity Stone color. So that would have been a really cool one to have. Or the Thanos version of that. I believe that was the same thing, Thanos and Hulk both in that. But still very happy to have this one. A quick close-up for you guys. This is, I believe this is the same pose from Avengers, the first Avengers movie, that they've recast into this one, if I recognize the pose correctly. Finally, the one that kind of came way later in the small box, and it is one that I picked up since then, unfortunately. It is Gamora, so we've seen this on the channel, but there you are. There's the close-up of the Gamora. So I'll probably do a trade or a sell or exchange with my local comic book collector's shop for this one. I have a couple others that I have duplicates of, either from gifts or stuff like that from over the years that I need to finally go do. So when we're able to go to the store and do all these things, I will go and do this one. So yeah, that's really disappointing. It also looks, oh, never mind. That's how the other one was. I was going to say, it looks like her disc is missing, but it's over on the side, which, her stand disc, which actually, I will admit, I didn't realize a lot of the figures came with those little stand discs for a long time, so a lot of those are gone. And so, like, things like, for example, my Piggy car that's back here, I didn't keep her stand disc, and so she's very hard to stand up. And I have to keep her balanced on something, because I didn't know that was in the package. And I just thought it was kind of a flaw that she was too heavy, so... that was a learning curve for me, but now always make sure that, especially the female characters, I should say, not the girls, the female characters come with stands because their bodies are a little bit more thin and delicate than, the bulkier male bodies, so there's the balance issue, so they come with those most every single time. So just be making sure you check for those in the box if you unbox them before you throw everything away. That being said, that finishes, August box. So let's move on to the September box. And this is a perfect example of how I'm not able to really see what I got beforehand, because these are upside down, which is interesting. Like I said, I was really happy to see that they finally boxed these with 3 in the box, which is my subscription. It's been several months now since I've done these, and honestly, I've been considering resubscribing to this. It is more Funkos, which of course I can never get too many Funkos, but it's one of the few Marvel-based subscription boxes that I found out there that comes monthly. Loot Crate, which has a lot of problems, which I will discuss when I do a Marvel goods and gear unboxing for you guys. Has their problems, and then Collector's Core, which is done through Funko and Amazon.com. Both of those are every other month or every couple months, spaced in between. So yeah, I think they're both every other month, if I remember correctly. So those don't come very often, so it's nice to have one that comes every month because that's more content for you guys. So I've been considering resubscribing to this, and honestly, I'd already canceled when September's came. And then they, of course, was the first time that they boxed all 3 in the same box. So I'm not sure if that means they've fixed that problem or what, but anyways, I'm getting off topic. So let's start with the first one. Okay. Ooh, this is a limited chase edition, so that's exciting. This is from Captain Marvel. It is the Flurkin with its tongue out. Now, this was the exclusive, the one that was standard like this was holding the Tesseract. And if I'm being honest, I would have rathered the one with the Tesseract. I think it should have been the other way around. The Tesseract holding Flurkin should have been the Chase, and the one with just the tentacles coming out of its mouth should have been the standard. I think Funko honestly got that backwards on this one. But still a very cool one of Goose. Some great detail. I mean, even down to its, excuse my phone, even down to its collar having the little tag on it that says Goose is really nice detail. But like I said, it's just kind of backwards to me. I feel like the one holding the Tesseract should have been the Chase, and the one with just the tentacles coming out of its mouth should have been the standard in the collection. But that's my opinion. I'd love to know yours. Let me know down in those comments. But still, I'm happy to have a Goose. I didn't pick up one. I believe that also Box Lunch had a really cool one that was flopped as a special edition, but that was just the standard Goose, not with the Flurkin tentacles coming out. The next one I got is Venomized Storm. So another one in that Venomization collection. Now I will admit, and I believe I've said this before, Storm wasn't necessarily one of my favorites in the collection, so I probably would have not bought this myself, but getting this in a subscription is more than okay. It is cool. She's got the Storm Mohawk up there, if you can see, and then of course she's riding Lightning, it looks like, which has been really cool. Really done really cool in that kind of translucent, can't speak, blue packing plastic. So I like that. I do like the look of it, but like I said, this wasn't necessarily one of my favorite designs out of the wow, I cannot talk. I am so sorry. Out of the Venomized collection. But it's still a good get to get in this kind of format where you're kind of getting random ones and it's a surprise. I don't mind that as much. The last one in this box is another one that I already have picked up since because I didn't look, and that is Ant-Man. So maybe I should have looked before I purchased and spoiled this for myself, but I like to do this kind of on the cuff. But yeah, I already have Ant-Man, so you've probably seen him up close. This is just the standard Ant-Man from the Ant-Man movie Funko pose that's been plated. So again, this one will probably go into a trade or exchange or sell to the local comic book shop. And I feel like these will probably do me a little bit better than some of the other standard ones I have because these are kind of phasing out a little bit. These are harder to find. Excuse me as I scratch my face. Don't touch your face. But just because I think I'll be able to maybe get a little bit better value out of this when I trade it. But still, I'm glad to have the Ant-Man 10th anniversary in my collection. I actually don't think I have, I'm trying to think, I don't think I actually have any standard Ant-Man in any of my Funko collections. So this is, the gold-plated one is really the only one I have. But unfortunate, it's a duplicate. But that's all. That is the 2 boxes I have for you guys today in this unboxing. I would love to know what you think about the ones I pulled today. Which ones do you like? Which ones are you looking for right now in the collection of Funkos as you're doing your shopping? Are you able to do any shopping right now? I'd love to hear from you guys down in those comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, and of course subscribe and set your alerts to catch all my future videos. I will say previously when I did these pop in a box unboxings, I had a coupon code, but since I've canceled my subscription, I no longer have that. So unfortunately, there's no longer a coupon code or referral code for you guys to get 5% off, I think it was. But you can try, go back in my videos to see if the previous ones still work. I'll link one up here in the tab for you guys. But that being said, I hope you all have a marvelous rest of your day. Bye, friend.